Welcome back to another video. I'm already filming the next day. I took delivery of my M3 yesterday, and as you probably noticed in that video, it was filthy inside and out. So today I figured I would take advantage of this Sunday. I have work off. I'm gonna go do a full detail on it. So I don't have access to a hose or anything at my apartment, so I'm going to go to self-wash. You're not supposed to bring buckets there with all your own equipment, but I say fuck them. So I'm gonna show you some of the equipment that I use every time I wash my car. And it's gonna be a little bit extra today because this car is extra dirty. And I'll link everything in the description below. So if you wanna support the page, support me, I get a little bit of commission if you buy stuff from the links below, because they are affiliate links. So I'd appreciate it if you wanna buy any of that stuff, use the links below. So this is just on my kitchen counter. Olive oil is not one of the things I use. But starting off with towels, I have a couple of these Grio's Garage towels. They're just super soft, and they're good for kind of using on the paint for like a detail spray, or just on the interior. I'm gonna be using these on the interior today. I'm not exactly sure what you're supposed to be using them for, but I kind of use them for everything. And then moving on to the middle, I have a Grio's Garage, I think it's the Extra Plush drying towel. I've used this one pretty good. I probably need to replace this pretty soon. This thing's actually a lifesaver when it comes to drying your car. If you don't have access to compressed air or a leaf blower, then you need a drying towel like this because it dries the whole car with one towel, and it's huge, you can tell. And then to wash the car, this is another Grio's Garage product, just a normal kind of wash mitt, not the one that you stick your hand in. I hate those ones. So yeah, these are really nice to have, and they're cheap. Moving on to the interior towels, I pretty much just have, like, this is the one below is a terry towel, one on top I think I bought from like AutoZone or something. They're just kind of like throwaway towels that if they get super dirty, I don't really care because they're gonna be for the interior. And leather does not scratch as easily as paint, as far as I know. So yeah, I'm gonna be using these for the interior. And then moving on to some of the tools that I use. This is also for the interior. It's a horsehair brush. It allows you to scrub and get all the leather super clean. And I use that with Grio's Garage interior cleaner. Pretty much any interior cleaner is great, but I just like this one. Moving on to the tire setup that I use Adams Polish's tire and rubber cleaner. This stuff just like melts the dirt off. It's really great. And then I use a tire brush that I got on Amazon. I forget the brand, but this thing is pretty stiff. But yeah, it just gets deep into the rubber, which collects a lot of dirt. And then paired with my wash mitt, I have Adams car shampoo. This stuff is really slick, which is good for a car wash. And it also makes a lot of suds, so I think it's great. I've even seen people use this in a foam cannon because it makes that much like bubbles and stuff. So this is great. It's slick, so you don't scratch up your paint anymore. I know my car is already kind of scratched up, but I'll be getting paint corrected eventually. I just ran out of wheel cleaner. I just use kind of like any brand, not the ones that are too harsh on the wheels, because I think wheels don't need the crazy acid cleaners. I think that just ruins them, ruins the finish on the wheels. But I use this wheel woolly. Yeah, this gets into the barrels and stuff. And then actually what I do for the faces is after I'm done washing the car, I'll take a wash mitt and do the faces with one of these. That may be the wrong way to do it. Well, I know a lot of other detailers have brushes specifically for the face of the wheel, but this is the way I do it. You don't have to copy that. And then last thing for the glass, inside of the glass, I use Stoner Invisible Glass. This stuff is great, it's cheap, and that will also be linked below like everything else. One other thing you'll need is a bucket. I just have an Adams Polish's bucket that I bought a while ago. And then there's some other products, but I don't really use those very often. Alright, I just did all the carpets. There was just a lot of sand and dirt in them. And then I'm gonna go back in the rest of the interior with a brush and detail or interior cleaner and get like the dash and everything and the steering wheel. But as far as carpets go, front and rear, pretty clean. Still in the cracks down here. There's dirt, but you can't get to that unless you take out the seat. So I'll be doing that eventually. Alright, I just finished a full wash. And I was supposed to use a bucket here, so I didn't want to get caught, so I just did it really quickly. But I scrubbed the inner barrels of the wheel. These wheels are kind of trash, so it doesn't really matter too much. I just want to get the brake dust off them. And then I scrubbed the faces. Obviously did all the paint, which it looks a lot better with no dust on it, but definitely needs paint correction, which I'll be doing really soon. And then you can also see the bumper right there. I don't know if you can tell, is all messed up, so I'll have this repainted as well. And new trunk, this is pretty scratched up. So yeah, there's plenty to do, but first wash or detail is going good. And the main thing I want to show you guys is the interior, because it's super dusty, so that'll be like really satisfying part. Even like the door jambs and stuff, they're all super dusty still, so I'll show that. And the paint actually looks really good in the sunlight. It's pretty blue. It has like a metallic flake to it because it's covered in black metallic. But yeah, obviously the bumper is still messed up, but you can kind of see the swirls in the paint, which I will have corrected because I've started to fall in love with this color the more I look at it. Yeah, I think it'd be really nice. I gotta get tints on this thing, and then the hood needs to be totally recorrected too because it's pretty scratched up. But yeah, it looks glossy in the camera. The front bumper is all messed up. I'm getting a CSL one. And yeah, I'll replace these wheels as well. But overall, not too bad. Cleans up nice. I still have to do all the like door jambs and full interior, but I'm actually really happy with how it turned out for first wash. Okay, so I just made it back to my apartment, and I want to do this in the shade because I'm already super burnt. But yeah, I'm going to show you some of the dirt that's like on the cracks and crevices, and then on the interior too. And I'm just going to get to work on a full interior detail. So you can see all the door jambs just covered in dirt. I'll probably have to scrub that a good amount, but all the vents have just dust in them and everything's pretty dusty. It almost looks like faded, but I'm pretty sure it's a lot of dust, and like right there you can see dust. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. I always find this super satisfying to do. Even like little like crumbs right there, gotta get all that out. I'm gonna actually replace this whole center console because it was repainted and it looks gross. So I'll fix that. Stuff like the shifter needs to be cleaned. The wheel is really gross. You can just see like all the body oils on it. And then I'll do the seats too. Back seats are really dusty. Looks like no one's ever touched them. God, this thing smells. Since it's catless, it smells pretty bad. I just want to get it like looking really fresh, clean slate. I hate when my cars are dirty, so it's gotta be at least clean, even if the paint's not perfect. For most of this interior, I'm just gonna take one of these towels. I'm gonna get it nice and damp with this interior cleaner from Griot's, and just do like a wipe down. That'll basically get everything pretty clean, and then all the leathers and stuff, and like right here where you usually rest your arms and stuff, I'm gonna go in with the brush that I showed you and deep clean everything. So what I'm doing now is I'm going through all the vents with a brush, damp with interior cleaner, and this is kind of what it turns out like. Just a lot better. Gets rid of all the dust. Even like small crevices like this, I go in with the brush just to get the dirt out. But yeah, I just cleaned the door card, so it is much cleaner. So this thing's focuses, come on. Yeah, so I scrubbed that down, all the way down into there, all the leather. So that looks really good. I did the side, this is all clean. All of these plastics up there, I might hit that again, or it just could be worn down. It's hard to tell sometimes if it's dirty or just worn down. So I kind of need two hands for this. I have to hold this vent down and scrub it at the same time. But basically when I'm done with that, I take the corner of one of these towels and I stick it in the vent, and you just have to get it in there really good to get all the cleaner out of it, because you don't want to leave that in there to dry. I think something that most people would miss would be to get like all the crevices, like even up under there. If you have the tilt steering in your car, adjust it so you can get into all the cracks and stuff, and then just put it back when you're done with it. But yeah, even like under here, this is all dusty, so I'll be getting all of that. That's my neighbor's McLaren 12C. It's pretty baller. He has the nicest car here. Sounds good. So I'm gonna start on the steering wheel. Basically what I'm doing, I'm taking this horsehair brush and I'm gonna load it up with interior cleaner, probably spray some on this as well. You can see it's just really gunked up. So I'll do this real quick, maybe do it a couple times, and show you the final result. Even like right here, like there's stuff on the airbag. I always love doing the steering wheel because it's a huge difference. So I just did this side, which you can see it's like a matte finish, and you come over here and it's super glossy. You see the reflection? It's just not there on the other side. So this is just all body oil that is built up over time. Alright, there you go. So this thing still has cracks at the top of it. You can't really see it, so this camera sucks at focusing, but basically it's clean now, and cleaned all this stuff up. A lot of dirt came off of this, and obviously, oh, a lot of dirt came off the whole wheel, but basically it's not as sticky anymore and not as oily. I think that stuff is really gross. Like, I don't know if the previous owner cleaned it, I don't know if the owner before him cleaned it, but it was pretty dirty. So I just don't want other people's grime on my steering wheel. Now I'm gonna continue on with the door panels, and then down here, and I'm actually gonna do the pedals as well, because you can see they're pretty grimy. So that should be really satisfying. So when it comes to cleaning the doors or anything like that, don't be afraid to kind of spray it down quite a lot. I'll show you how much I spray it down. So you can see kind of just how much I spray it down. Lots of the interior cleaner just everywhere. Now moving on to the driver's seat, and I wanted to show you again how much of this cleaner I spray on, just so you can get an idea. So we'll do the bottom first, but you can see it's a lot, and
I'll show you how it kind of foams up. Get all into the cracks. Maybe adjust the seat a little bit back so you can get further into that crack. I just like to make sure that I get everything, and then also do like the sides over here. Probably gets dirty from getting inside, in and out of the car. And then once it's all damp like that and scrubbed down, you can wipe it off. Make sure to wipe it pretty good and then let it dry for a little bit. I like keeping the doors open as much as possible. For the back seats, I'm not gonna scrub it down with the brush. Basically just because it looks like no one's really sat back here in a long time. It's just dust from New Mexico. So I'm gonna take a rag, get it damp, probably a fresh one, and then just wipe down every single surface and get all the dust off, because that's all I really care about. Alright, no more dust on the back seat. It's all over this towel. You can see, looks all clean now. Even like up by the headrest had like a ton of just dirt. So, and I like cleaned the seat belts too. Pulled them out, cleaned them. Everything's looking pretty nice. So now it's time to do these pedals. Basically, I'm just gonna spray them down, put a towel underneath each one of them, and then use this same brush. It's kind of worn down there, but use this side and get all that. You can see that grime. So there's a before, and I'll show you an after right now. So there's the after shot on the clutch pedal. I haven't done the brake, but yeah. Comes out pretty nice. Alright, there are all the pedals done, including the dead pedal. It's not perfect, but I plan on replacing all of these pedals. I want to get one of the ones, I think Turner Motorsports has one, or maybe it's Bimmer World, where the gas pedal actually has like a little extension at the bottom for heel towing. I wanted to show the final result on the interior, because I think it looks really good. And there will be some before clips of when it was all dusty and dirty. But yeah, just like all the details are super clean. Dash is looking good. Steering wheel looks good. Seats are clean. I will be getting new seats for this car. I really want bucket seats, but these will do for now. Carpets are pretty clean. It'd be nice to have a steamer to kind of get all the grime out of these carpets, but honestly might just buy some new floor mats. Shifter. Everything here looking really clean, all the way to the back of the car. I'm stoked with how it came out. Even the details, like the M logo, and you can see the colors on the tri-stitching a lot more on the steering wheel, which is awesome. Stuff like this. Leather's kind of deteriorating here, but that's alright. Looks good. So I just finished off the exterior by putting a dressing on the tires, so a little bit shinier now. They were super filthy before, but yeah, just gives it that clean, freshly detailed look that I really like. So that's gonna do it for the detail. I was gonna do the trunk and kind of all the like crevices on the trunk and on the engine bay. I decided not to do it today because it's 2 o'clock and I haven't had anything to eat, and I've been like working on this car for a long time now. I think I started detailing it at like 10 o'clock or something, so it's been like 4 hours. This car really needed it. So make sure you subscribe, like this video, and comment down below what you thought about this video, because there's going to be a ton more videos like this with the E46 M3. I'm really excited that I already got started on videos. I'll probably upload this one tonight. It's Sunday for me. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.